Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Conversations with Dee. I have my special guest, Mr. Roger Ortega. Thank you.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. I'm excited to be here with you.
I'm excited too. So tell me about your journey, because you didn't work with some of everybody.
Man, my journey started when I was just a kid. I think ever since I can remember, this is what I've wanted to do, is be a recording artist, be a singer, be a songwriter. And I grew up in a musical family, and my dad's band, and it was my dad and my uncles. They played together, and they played what's called Tejano music, which is like Tex-Mex.
Selena is Tejano Queen.
Yeah. So they played that style of music, but they also, dabbled with country, top 40 and all of that. Now, I was never really into the Tejano music, but I would love when they would play songs that I would hear on the radio. And there is one Spanish song, though, that hit me as a kid, and it was when the movie came out, the movie La Bamba with Richie Valens.
I knew you were going to say that. How did I know?
Yeah, I just thought I could relate, being Mexican-American and not being able to speak Spanish. And the kid, he was 16 when he shot to stardom. I think at the time I might have been 10 or 11 when I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do or how I wanted to do it. And I recorded a demo at like an amusement park. When they had those karaoke things, you could record a demo. So we recorded a demo of me singing La Bamba. And I have no idea where that tape is now. I'm sure it's really bad. But my dad got a hold of it, and he listened to it, and he let my uncles hear it. And they were like, my dad's like, hey, why don't you, come sing the song with us this weekend? Because they played every weekend somewhere. And so that was my first taste of being on the stage and having a solo, spotlight. And it was just the greatest thing ever. And I wasn't that good. But, eventually I got better. And as I got older, I decided to form my own R&B pop group, boy band, if you will. And I was 14 years old because I knew this is what I wanted to do. Hi, Jen Devereaux. And so I got it together with my cousin. And I said, hey, if my dad's band, they have intermissions, if they ever play this song during the intermission, then we'll do these dance moves to this New Kids on the Block song or this whatever song is coming out. And he's like, okay. And then we just kind of started singing along with the records. And we eventually started performing, added another member or two, and we grew, and we started performing on the stage and singing the songs during my dad's intermissions. And so it was a cool thing to have you. I always say we weren't very good. We were just a few cute kids doing something positive. We were all like, no drugs, no alcohol, anything like that. That was us. And eventually the group members changed, and we grew up. Our sound started, evolving, and we were starting to be influenced by groups like Color Me Bad, Boys to Men, Jodeci, and some of the heavy hitters R&B groups of the 90s. And, started doing a cappella, and then we became the group Slow Motion. Now, Slow Motion, we named ourselves Slow Motion after a song on Color Me Bad's first album called Slow Motion, because they were my favorite group.
Yeah.
And very similar to us in the fact that they were also from the Midwest. We were from Kansas.
Yep, they're from Oklahoma.
They're from Oklahoma. You know your stuff. Yep.
Thank you.
And they were also a multicultural group, as we had two black guys, a white guy, and me, the Mexican.
And Hispanic guy, yep.
Yeah. And so we were like, well, what are we going to do? What if we meet them? What if they sue us? What if they don't like us? And we actually got the opportunity to meet them about a year later. And we went to one of their concerts, and we wanted to get them our demo. That was the whole point of us. And we got there. It was a free concert. So by the time we heard about it, the line was so long to get in. And what we did was we came up with this plan. We're like, okay, guys, spread out, talk to some girls, tell them you're in a group. We'll all start singing. And so when they're clapping after we're done, we'll just kind of mosey on up the line. So we must have sang 7 or 8 times, and we got to right about the front part of the line. And so as soon as the doors open, we went right up to the front of the stage, and we sat there and waited for them to come out. I remember when Color Me Bad came out, we were like handing them our demos or whatever, and Brian, the singer, took our tape, put it in his pocket or whatever, and that was that. And I remember thinking, we didn't know how it worked at that time. So we're like, well, do they stay and watch all the acts? Do they all support each other, or do they leave to go to the next town? We're like, they can't stay. There's a lot of acts here tonight. So we got outside the building and we went and watched the for the exits. We watched the exits. We caught them going to their limo. And I always say when they walked up, it was like something I got out of a movie. I swear everything was in slow motion, no pun intended. The hair was blowing, and it was awesome.
The one song, do 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 do.
Yeah.
They always play that song. That's so.
Yes, we had
I don't know the name of it, but they always play that.
Chariots of Fire. That's what that is.
Yeah, okay, that's
but anyway, so we all kind of sat there and looked at each other, and they were so nice, and I was like, so we're a group, and they were like, yeah, we kind of figured that, and we're like, can we sing for you? They're like, sure. And they kind of sat back on the limo, and we started singing this original song that we had written called "Right in the Wrong Way," and we did it a cappella. And to watch our idols go, wow, we were like, oh my God. So we got through the song, and they're like, so what's your name? And we were like, slow motion.
Well, no.
Yeah. And they were like, that's cool. That's real cool. So we exchanged numbers, and they hit us up that night. And then a couple days later, and they're like, hey, we're doing this show out in somewhere in Kansas. You guys want to come out here? So we went out there, and, we just did not expect this. We were standing backstage, and all of a sudden Brian's telling their story of how they made it and how Kool and the Gang and Bon Jovi had given them a shot. And he said, now we're going to do the same. Ladies and gentlemen, slow motion.
Oh my God, that is so dope.
Awesome. And so we went on and did quite a few shows with them, and it was an amazing time. Hi, Lena Davis Cooper.
That's my mom.
Hi, Mom. Yeah, so that's where it all started. And eventually the group got a record deal, a production deal. We moved from Kansas to New York. Things fell apart. And, we just because you sign a deal doesn't mean anything, we were locked in. Oh, thank you so much, Marcos. I appreciate that. We signed our deal. We moved up here. And at that point, I think we'd been together almost 10 years. And it was just kind of like, all right, after the record deal fell apart, we're like, I think we're done. And at 24 years old, I was like, I'm too old for this. Like, this is a young man's game. I'm out. And so I stopped. I stopped. And I just lived life out here in New Jersey, and kept writing for fun. And then eventually, when I was 36, 37, I stumbled upon another record, or a solo record deal. And I said no for a long time. I was signed to their company as a writer. And I was like, nobody's going to take me seriously. I'm 37 years old. I don't want to be laughed at trying to be an R&B pop singer this old. And they were like, man, listen, your music is good. There's a demographic for you. The thing about this generation is they don't want to turn the corner on age yet. They're not ready to go. So they want some new stuff. And it took me about 2 months to say yes to that record deal, because I couldn't do it. In the end, I decided I wanted to show my daughter, I had one at the time, show her that to never give up on her dreams. And this is what I've always wanted to do. And I've got this opportunity, and I'm talking myself out of it. And because I didn't believe in myself. And because I was ready to listen to what other people had to say.
Exactly.
And once I put that out, blocked everything out, I was like, no, I'm going to do this. And the album came out, hit 62. The first album hit 62 on iTunes. Yeah. And that's that. Here I am. But I talk a lot. I tell you, you talk a lot. So stop.
So that's awesome. No, I had one of your former group members on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'd love to hear his
good times. Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually vacationing with him tomorrow night. This next week.
Wow.
And Nikki. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
on the show too. Yes.
Yeah, they're my people. Yeah, my best friend, man. That's right. That's my best friend. Yeah. So
how, like, growing up in the Midwest, how much of, I guess, like, Motown played a huge role in your music?
It did. I actually got more Motown from my mom's side. My mom and dad divorced when I was probably 7 years old. And I was more exposed to soul and Motown with my mom and my stepdad than I was my dad. They would play some stuff, so I knew like the Temptations and whatnot. But I got a lot of Smokey over there.
Yes.
And man, and Smokey's voice was it's something special. And he's such a great songwriter. He's written people.
Yes.
Heavily influenced by Smokey and just his soft tone, and how I actually covered oh my God, Ooh Baby Baby. I covered it at a show I did in Kansas.
Baby, baby.
And when I was listening to when you sing a song, you kind of do things that are your own. So then you forget some of the things that they've done in the original. And when I went back after I'd learned the song again and started doing what I was doing to it, I just sat back and listened to his version. I'm like, man, he's like hitting these weird like half notes that don't exist, but he just bounces on it and he glides on it and it sounds right. And oh man, Smokey's bad. Smokey is bad. Yeah. So I was exposed to that, I would say, on my mom's side, and that's also, my mom was also my boxing coach. And so I was also exposed to hip hop through boxing. With because we had a lot of kids from the hood, that I lived in the hood. I mean, that they were all here and they were bringing in, I remember listening to like Cameo, at boxing, Word Up, and just getting introduced to like so many artists.
Cool J.
Yeah, man, it was just crazy. It was a crazy time. I'm like, what is this music? Like, it makes you want to move, and but that was really all on my mom's side.
Yeah, you got to get it from one side, of course. Or both.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, who are some of your sound and influences, like inspirations, people that you definitely look up to?
Number one is George Michael.
Oh my God! And it's his birthday today.
Yes. Yes. Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, happy birthday. Rest in peace.
He was when Wham came out, that was it for me, and then when he put out the Faith album, I was like, man, this guy can do it. He do no wrong. He's so amazing. Like his voice, his writing is in, and then when he came out with oh gosh,
Careless Whispers, or
God,
Tell Me Where Do You Go?
Yeah, those the Wham did. Yeah. Careless Whisper. What I love about Careless Whisper is that he wrote the sax solo, the da 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 da. He wrote that when he was 17 years old. And I was like, wow.
He wrote it about this girl that I found out what the story is about. So he wrote about this girl who he liked, and then she ended up dating somebody else or something, or leaving him.
Oh, really?
It was something like that. I might have a little bit wrong, but like he wrote the song. He definitely wrote it at 17. And Andrew Wrigley, the second part of Wham, is the reason why we have them, because George didn't believe in himself at first. He was like, nah, but Andrew came in and was like, let's do this, and then you got
Everything She Wants.
Yeah, that's my song. You can hear that all the time in the grocery store. That song will play all the time.
The way he sings it, man. So George Michael's probably my number one. Of course, you got Michael Jackson. Like, I don't know who doesn't have Michael Jackson as an influence. I'm so sorry. Yes.
We want to get a new Band-Aid.
Okay, I'll get you a new Band-Aid in a little bit, honey. Could you take Tori to your room, though, please? Thank you. Tori's the dog. But, of course, there's Michael Jackson. Richard Marx was also a huge.
Yeah. What's that song? Right Here.
Oh man, yeah, that's
and da-na-na-na, 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 or something. I forgot what it's called, but I love Richard Marx.
God, he's got so many.
Daisy Fuentes.
Yeah. He's funny. His Twitter is funny. His Twitter is really funny.
I love his music.
He's not scared to call it. But then there's of course, like I mentioned, Boyz II Men and Color Me Bad, huge influences. as far as singing wise. Songwriting wise, I mean, you've got Lionel Richie, Babyface.
Yes.
Those two right there influenced a lot of my writing as well. I love a good sad song. I just love a good heartbreak.
Hello is kind of sad.
Yeah. Is it me you're looking for? Oh man, yeah.
And that one part, my favorite part. No, not that part. And it starts dun, 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 and it kind of puts you in the mind of the one song, I can't sleep if living is without you.
I can't live.
Yeah, and then Mariah did a dope version of it.
Yeah. Yep. There's like
that's a sad song.
There's 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's 3 or 4 of it.
Like I think Air Supply did a version. Laura Branigan, I think, made that song really popular. But yeah. That's look at you going back.
I know. And another group that I like is that kind of, they did a lot. What is it called? Dun, 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 dun. When you love someone, when you love Foreigner. Dun, 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 dun. I can see you singing that song.
Oh, that's cool. Mariah actually did a remake of
I Want to Know What Love Is.
Yeah.
And she was at the Yankee Stadium, I think.
I'm not sure.
With the choir.
Oh, yeah. That was hot. That was hot. Conversation with D. Have a conversation.
Yeah, I know, right? No, but I can see you doing that song. And then you did Father Figure. I listened to that. I was like, okay.
Yeah. You know, the other thing about that, I
love
love that song. And I think I had the fans vote on it because I did it the year that he passed away. And I was like, which song should I do? And they chose Father Figure. I thought that I really kind of wanted to do
This Christmas.
Oh, I did.
Last Christmas.
So I did do a version of that.
I remember that one.
Oh, you gotta find that.
Okay, I gotta find. Yeah, I know.
I'll have to put the link in the private chat. But so what I did with that, I'll go back. Let me go back. The song that I was really hoping they were going to vote for was "I Want Your Sex," because
really
it's an up-tempo song, and I thought, that would be fun to play with like a new beat and is that your guess? And just man, I thought that'd be a cool song to do. But I'm glad they chose Father Figure because I really got to let out my inner George Michael. I wish what I do wish though is that the producer and I would have come at it a different way. We changed the beat a little bit and we changed some of the melody a little bit, but I think it was too close to the original for me to really experiment, because I was also nervous. Like, he just passed away, and I'm like, I don't want to disrespect the song, so I did it the way that I do it, and I'm still proud of it. I still think it's one of my best vocals that I've ever recorded, and I still love it. But Last Christmas I redid 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and I slowed it down.
Song, everybody knows it. Like, I learned it from working in retail. Like,
well, see, that's what made me. That's what made me want to redo it, because I'd heard so many versions of it. Taylor Swift's version, I was like, I'm done. Like, Taylor Swift had a version.
Of it,
and I hated it.
I know Glee has a version of it,
and I hated that too. I've hated every version of that song. I've hated that's come out that isn't mine. But I approached it differently. I didn't want to make it a hokey song, because if you really listen to it, it's a sad song.
It is.
So we slowed it down, and we made it really melancholy, and just, it was like, just instead of dun, 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 once bitten and twice shy, I was like, no, let's slow this down. Like,
tell me, baby.
Yeah.
And
so we just slowed it down, and once bitten and twice, but it's all piano and guitar. It is so nice. And the video, we actually shot it in Toronto, and
okay.
Blistering cold. And I mean, we were shooting at like 2 a.m. outdoors, and I had this little jacket on. I don't even know if I had gloves, and if I did have gloves, it probably didn't matter. I felt so bad for the director, because he was like, okay, setting up the shots and everything. He'd be out there longer than I was. I'd sit in the car as long as I could And he'd be like, all right, let's go. And then I'd get out there, and to his credit, he would not stop until he thought we had it right. So if I had to do a movement 10 times or walk around this corner 10 times, we would do it. And he didn't complain once. Chris Green is the director up at Truth First Studios. So shout out to Chris. But the video is it's one of my favorite videos too.
Yeah, another song I can think of is New Year's Eve. I
Oh, I don't know that one.
You too.
Oh, I was thinking of George Michael. I was like, I don't know.
No, that's you too. And then also like Boy George, Miss Me Blind. I could see you singing that too. I know you miss me.
I know you miss me. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can see you doing that one. And then do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I could see you doing that one.
That out.
Like I'm thinking of Babyface is like, the one he came up when he did Tender Lover, and then I love you, babe, in the scariest way. I can see you doing that one too. And then with Lionel Richie, I'm gonna throw this one out. This is like from the B side of Can't Slow Down.
Okay.
You probably could. I think you could do it. Love will find a way.
It's kind of a mid-tempo song. And
are you feeling down and lonely? Feeling like you can't go on.
Yeah.
Love will find a way.
That's
a nice little vamp, a little outro.
Got that mid-tempo.
Looking for that place to go. Love will find a way. Ooh, yeah, you can do that. I'm thinking, yeah.
I actually redid Truly for our wedding song. With our first dance. So this was before I got back into music. I had recorded it, and it was cool. We had a nice little, choreographed ballroom dance to it and everything back into
okay.
But yeah, Truly is one of my favorite Lionel Richie songs.
Or the Say You Say Me, I can see that one too.
Say You Say Me.
Yeah, see, you can do that one.
Oh man, that's a nice one too.
Yeah, that's a nice song.
Yeah, I got to dig back into
some Stevie too, some Stevie Wonder. I could see Love, Light, and Flight.
Oh man, I can't touch Stevie though.
I mean, you can do it in your own way.
You make it your own.
Or either I'm trying to think, Part-Time Lover. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Or I Just Called to say
I love you. Yeah. I just called.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And I'll have to turn on like my 70s and 80s mix tonight.
And then I'm thinking some 70s too, like from
who you got? Who you got?
I'm trying to think like it was on tip Ron Isley, the Isley brothers.
Ooh.
Atlantis.
Come
back to me.
On
away without you. Oh, that song.
Damn it.
Boys to Atlantis. Yeah.
There's another song that they have.
Reasons. You could do Reasons probably by
Reasons.
Yeah.
Man, I used to tell my dad's band, I was like, you guys learn that song, I will sing the hell out of that.
Yes. You can still do it though.
Yeah, let's try. I can actually.
Yeah.
That's a nice
song. Then Luther, I could see Luther. You and Billy could do this song. There's nothing better than love. Da, na, na, da, 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 da. Da, na, 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 na. I fell asleep late last night. Yeah, I could.
Man, I could hear Billy on that. Y'all
could do that. Y'all never know.
Well, we've actually talked about getting the group back together for a few songs, and so I'm really excited about that. That was supposed to take place earlier this year, and then everyone got busy, and trying to, COVID is keeping guys a little. He's now that everybody's vaccinated though. I'm like, well, we might be able to do this again, pick it up. So there's a lot going on over the next year that I'm really excited about. So
tell me about the song Pray. Because that came out around COVID, right?
Yeah. So Pray For You came out, was it November, I believe? I wrote that for my wife's birthday. And the cool thing about this song is that, you know, everyone's home. And normally when I write, no one's home because I can mess up all the notes I want and I'm free and I don't feel confined. But this one I had to write on the low because it was a surprise. Like she didn't know about the song or the video until her birthday. And we did it live on Facebook, you know, and but the song, one morning I got up and I came to the keyboard and I was, you know, I was just learning how to play, and these chords just came to me, and all these chords just started flowing out of me, and I again don't know how to play that well, and I remember it was probably one of the most spiritual moments I've had writing a song. I sat here and I swear I looked up and my eyes were a little bit watery and I was like, thank you, because I was finding chords that I never would have found. And it was a Sunday morning. And so when I had these chords lined up, I'm like, what am I going to write about? I had this spiritual moment. It's a beautiful melody or beautiful, you know, chord progression. And went to bed that night and did what I always do. And you know, my wife and I went to bed. We don't sleep with any clothes. But I put my hand on her hip and I prayed for her because that's what I do. And she didn't know this. She didn't know that that's what I do. I put my hand on my hip and I thank God for the day. I ask him for forgiveness. And I ask that he takes care of my wife, my girls, and myself, and everyone that I love.
Man.
Every night. And I'm like, I remember thinking, God, if I could capture this moment with my hand on her hip. And I sat down and I was like, what am I going to write for this verse? And it was like, you know, bam, the hand on your naked hip, more than a touch. Because I didn't want it to be sexual, you know?
Yeah.
I want it to be hand on your naked hip. It's more than a touch, you know? Easy to admit spiritual love. And so that I wanted that to set up the song. And then that song just flowed out of me. And there's just, oh man, it says so many things that I wanted to say to my wife, you know. But yeah, so that's what that song is all about, and that's where it came from. I think that's the long version of how I came to this song. But
I hear it.
I hear it.
I'm gonna play like 2 minutes of it because you know they like to get people.
You got it.
Start cutting people off.
Hand on your naked hip, more than a touch. Easy to admit spiritual love. So many memories, more to come. Girl, you're a masterpiece, second to none. And I pledge my life when I lay my hands on you. I pray for you. I want to stay with you all my life. I pray that you are healthy. I pray that you'll be safe. Pray that you are happy. Every night I pray for you. Falling in love is so easy to do. You made it easier just being you. Maybe an argument, never a fight. 'Cause even when I'm wrong.
And of course, they start capping you if you don't cut it off.
that line made an argument, never a fight. Because even when I'm wrong, you make me feel right. Is probably my favorite line in the whole thing, because I always say this, and you know, we don't fight. Like, we've never had the kind of fight where we're like, we've never cursed at each other. We've just never cursed at each other. Now we've had, you know, arguments. Well, we need to do this. No, I think we should do this. And, you know, arguments, but we've never fought. And but there's so many times where I am in the wrong, but she doesn't hold that over me. You know, it's why that line is, you know, maybe an argument, never a fight, because even when I'm wrong, you make me feel so right, because she lets me down without making me feel like I got you. I got one on you. Just like, no, that's not how we do it. We're what I consider a power couple. And I don't mean a power couple in the way that, oh, money and influence. No, that's not what a power couple is. Power couple is two people that believe in each other, support each other, and have each other's backs, and are moving in the same direction. And that's one of the reasons I feel we work so well. And that's why those lines are so special to me.
That's beautiful. And then you did another song with I'm gonna play some of it. Let's see.
Okay.
Shasso, give me some bass if you don't mind. This song I'm gonna do right here was number 8 on iTunes R&B charts. Courtesy of my very good friend, Mr. Roger Ortega. Yo, Roger, where you at, son? We gonna do this shit for real. I don't know this. I can't promise more than she's my community. I need an intervention every recovery.
Yeah, that's my man Law. We did She's Breaking Necks. So we had that the title for that song. We've had that song for years. I remember walking in the West Village calling Law, and I was like, because we've been talking about doing something for years and we never had. And I was like, yo, man, I got an idea for a song. I was like, what's that? I said, She's Breaking Necks. He's like, all right, so what's it about? I was like, man, this girl's just so bad that she's just snapping necks because they just can't stop looking at her. He's like, I love it. And I was finishing up the album, the Lottery album. I was done with it almost. I just wanted to get my boy on the album because we talked about it. So we set up a date to go to the studio. I was driving from Jersey to Brooklyn. He was coming from Long Island to Brooklyn, and our producer was in Brooklyn. And I had the song "Cake by the Ocean." But one of the
with me, baby.
Yes.
Keep on hoping you'll be cake by the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah. So
me, baby.
I was driving, and that song, as soon as I got in the car, that song came on the radio. I'm like, yo, that's the tempo, that's the vibe that I want. But I knew that with Law and the producer Edson Sean, we would put a little funk on it. And so I was like, let me just find the instrumental. So I found the instrumental on YouTube, and I wrote the chorus. You can sing my chorus and my verses right over their track, because I wrote it in the same key, the same tempo.
It did kind of sound kind of similar.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, she's driving me crazy. You know, I was like, oh man, this is dope. So I got there. I was like, guys, here's the chorus. That's what I got. So when I started recording the chorus, Law went and started writing his verse. And then when he was recording his verse, I was writing my verses. And he got out, we came out, and we took it to another studio, got it mixed. And we did that song in one day. And it's one of my favorite songs to do live. It's one of my favorite songs on that album.
Yeah, that was y'all playing it live. And then another one, Kissing Strangers by DNC.
Oh, yeah.
That's with Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, man. Yeah, DNC was good. I don't know if they're still doing it because the Jonas Brothers got back together for a minute.
And then Jealous. I can see you doing Jealous.
I think I did that song. A couple times I know I did Chains. Remember Chains? Got me. Oh man, that was yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Right, his name is Ryan. He's from the group.
No. Chains. One of the Jonas Brothers, Nick Jonas, did Chains.
Okay, I thought
that was a dope song, but I did do Jealous. I did do Jealous.
Okay.
Jealous. Yeah, I did that.
I don't like the way she's looking at you.
Yeah.
That's my song.
Yeah, it was. I did that when I was opening up for Aaron Carter, I think, or O-Town. I did that song a few times, but yeah, that's a great song. So can't go wrong with those boys. I was actually supposed to do the show with Law this Saturday, or this Saturday, the 26th.
Yeah, Saturday.
But I was like, he's like, yo, you want to come in? We'll do our stuff. I was like, let's do it. And then like 2-3 weeks later, I realized we're leaving for vacation that morning. Like I had to call him. I'm sorry, I can't do. He's like, no, I understand, man. I understand. So hopefully, we'll get something together down the road.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that next year is going to be nice. I'm excited.
It will. I agree. And then I found some other ones too. I found is Too Funky. That's George Michael, right?
Hey, you're just too funky for me.
Yeah,
George Michael. Yeah.
Now with the models, with Linda Evangelista and all that.
Yeah, that's right.
They were the models and all that. Yeah. And then another one I like,
that was at a point in his career where he didn't want to be in the videos. He was just shooting.
Yeah, he just wanted to show the models. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Another one that was my favorite was Looking for Some Education. Dun, 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 dun. And then he got that nice little Patrice Russian beat. Send me to get me not that beat.
Yeah.
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 Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Right here.
Nice. Look at you with your George Michael.
I love George Michael. Yeah.
So do I. I just learned.
And Careless Whispers. That was my song.
I just learned how to play Praying for Time a couple weeks. Last week I started. I was like, I don't think I could play it now because I just started learning it. But I literally was like, these are the days of the open hand, and just like you hold on to what you can, and just that song, it's still relevant to this day. If you listen to the lyrics, charity is a coat you wear twice a year. Like that line. Come on, man, that's calling everybody out. But
another one, I forgot about Teacher.
Yeah,
and Mariah did a good version of that too.
Yeah. One more try.
Yeah.
Maybe just one more try.
Yeah. And then you can see what's that song? Studio.
Oh, Phil Collins.
Studio. Yeah, that song. That's
girl that's been on my mind all the times. Yeah.
Studio. And then in the heat of no. I can hear it calling
in the air of night. Oh, hold on. Yeah. That's one of that big drum thing at the end. It became a big old TikTok thing. Did you ever see that? Where people were like, they play that. No, what they do is they have that song going on in the background, and right when that drum breakdown happens, you got people like trying to close all their cabinets. So it's like,
oh, okay.
Yeah,
yeah. And then another one, Addicted to Love.
Might as well face it.
He had the models too. Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Palmer.
Yeah.
Robert Palmer.
Yeah.
That was a fun song.
That was an interesting song. It was fun. Yeah. And then he did Get in My System too.
Oh, did he? I don't remember that song. Get in My System.
Day by day and night by night, you're in my system. Oh, the System did it too, but I think they did it first.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then he did Didn't Mean to Turn You On.
Yeah,
Didn't Mean to Turn You On.
Yeah. That was a funky.
Yeah, I liked both of the versions. They were nice. I liked both of the songs by both of the people. So
yeah, well, that's always good.
Yeah, it's good when you got people that did it right, but it's not good when people don't do it right. So songwriting process, like how does that work for you?
It's different with every song. Sometimes I'll have a chorus, like with She's Breaking Necks. I'll have just the title, and I'm like, this is a great title. Drink Up, Freak Out, you know, which is one of my most popular songs. I still close every show with that song. It's just drink up, freak out. What does it mean? Just drink up and let's have fun. Let's just party, right? But it's fun to say drink up, freak out. And then when you get the whole audience doing my choreography with, you know, like drink up, freak out, drink. It's just such an easy movement.
Your system paused.
Oh no. Can you hear me? I think I'm still live. I'm moving along here. I think I'm good. So I guess I'll keep talking just in case I'm still live.
It kicked. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You know, it's funny that happened to me on Billy and Nikki's show, and they went, and I was like, well, I guess I'm still live, so I just carried the show till they came back. So I was
I was about to say, like, it happened to me when when I interviewed somebody. I went out. I did the Teddy Riley.
Oh yeah.
When I was like, it was so funny. I was like, oh God.
Oh man. Yeah. But
so you take a part of the lyrics.
Like a title, just words that sound good together. The Lottery, you know, just different songs, FaceTime. And that something sounds like a great title, and sometimes I'll build around that. Sometimes I'll have an idea of what I want to write about, but not know what I'm gonna say exactly. So I will just sing gibberish, literally sing gibberish until I find the right melody. And then when I start finding the right consonants, then I start filling in the vowels and the words. So that just depends. Sometimes I'll hear a beat first, and that's how it happens. And then sometimes it just flows out of me altogether. The music, the melody, the lyrics, and everything at one time without an idea. So you never really know where inspiration is going to come from. So I've got so many bad vocal recordings in my voice memos. Like sometimes I'll wake up, like I swear to God, I will wake up in the middle and just like I have this song in my head. I'm like, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll remember it in the morning. And I lost it. And I always feel like, you know what? God was giving you a gift and you just gave it away right there. So now I record them.
I have the voice recorder.
Yeah, but it's so bad because you're like half asleep and you hear like, and I'm like listening the next morning and I'm like, what was I saying? But sometimes you get on a kick, on this random kick, and it's like, you know, I convince myself sometimes that these random strange ideas are hit songs. And I was telling some people last night, I couldn't think of the song last night, but about 2 years ago, I had this song in my head and it was a country song. And for days, maybe even a couple of weeks, I believed, yo, this could be a really good song. And it could be, but the idea sounds so stupid to say out loud. And I was like, all I could think of, I woke up one night in the middle of the night, I was like, oh, she likes burgers and tacos. And I was like, burgers and tacos in for a week.
But that's how some of their songs
exactly.
Pickup truck on Highway 55.
Yeah, and I thought, you know what?
They put like somebody's name in it, and it worked. It worked.
Write this song, this country song about this girl who doesn't want the fancy things. She doesn't need to go to Nobu. She doesn't need to go to all these fancy. She likes burgers and tacos. Like that was it. And now that I'm saying it out loud again, I'm like, shoot, I might try to write this again.
You should. I mean, look at all these songs that they charted, and they were little silly songs. You
never know.
Yeah, never know.
I was actually watching a special on there's this series on Netflix right now, and I can't remember what it's called. Pop. I don't know if it's called Pop Music or whatever it is. But the first episode I watched was about Boys to Men. The second episode was about Sweden producers, the Swedish producers that just from all the way back to ABBA, you know, the group that and they were like
only 70.
Yeah, and how it went from there to like Ace of Base.
Ace of Base, that was my group.
Yeah,
all that she wants is another baby, and then don't turn around.
Yeah.
And
how these producers, you know, they went on to produce Backstreet, NSYNC, Britney, all these guys, and they were saying that like their English was very, you know, they knew English, it was their second language, But that's what they were like, hit me baby one more time. Like, well, what does that mean? You know? And they're like, well, you know, the idea behind the song is that you're saying hit me up on the phone, you know, one more time, you know.
Yeah.
But it was really controversial at the time, so the record company dropped the "hit me" part on the title, and it's just,
you know, that song was supposed to be TLC's, right?
Oh, was it?
So, but they didn't want it. I think.
Oh,
yeah,
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then also I found out another one. You know the song "Girlfriend Boyfriend" by Blackstreet.
Yeah,
that was actually supposed to be Spice Girls.
What?
You could tell
when that happens.
You can tell.
I love when you're like
a couple of songs, and then like I'm trying to think of some. It's a couple of songs, but yeah. And also I heard the version of Britney Spears is you know the song with Christina Aguilera and Nelly. I need you to dance all night, tilt your head, and it sounded good. Britney's version sounded really good. I see you looking like what you see, but don't get shy. Ain't nothing but facing opportunity. She's right, no, yeah, she's right. I see you looking at me, I see you looking at you, boy. And it was nice, though. I found it. It was on YouTube, and also Rihanna, it's a couple of what's the song? One of those songs. What's her name? BB Rexa wrote that.
Oh, really?
One of them, she was singing it or something. I forgot what it was.
I love when those artists that are behind the scenes hits come out.
I'm a monster.
Oh,
that's
wow.
the song that BB Rexa did.
Oh.
Yep. And if you play it, you can hear it. It's certain.
Right. Yeah, I love when you can hear the influence of the writer. Yeah. When that writer becomes an artist, and you can go back and you're like, if they wrote for someone else, like
Sia is another one. You can tell she's written a whole bunch of songs. Like she wrote Diamonds, I think. You're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Yeah. I think that was Sia.
Hear that? I could hear her on.
Yeah. And Ryan wrote some too from the group, what is it called? Not Imagine Dragons, but One Republic.
What's
he's written for so many people.
Wow.
Yes.
It's great though. I love that.
Yeah. You could tell like certain people, like you can tell a Babyface song, you could tell a Neo song, you could tell like all of them.
The one time I got it wrong with a Neo song that I was like, Neo definitely wrote this song.
Which song?
But I was wrong. I don't remember. I don't know who wrote it. I can't think of it. But it was Halo by Beyonce.
Oh, that was Ryan. I think Ryan Heder wrote that.
See, when I heard, I was like, "Yo, this is definitely a Neo track." Like, they're like, "Hello, hello."
I'm gonna look that up. I want to look that.
But he didn't write it. I remember being disappointed. I was like, "Dang it!" I was wrong.
Okay,
I'm like, "Yo, I can hear the influence." It was like Richard Marx. You know, Richard Marx wrote "This I Promise You" for NSYNC.
Yeah, you could tell that was him.
Yeah, when there's actually some YouTube.
Yeah, Ryan Tedder and Evan Bogart wrote that.
Man, that's a bad song. That's a bad song. You know what? I didn't know they were saying Halo. I thought she was saying Hey Love, and I was like, that's dope. And then when I found out they were saying Halo, I was like,
but you know another song that song by Kelly Clarkson. And I want you to know, and I want you to, I can see Halo. Halo, it's the same song. Yeah.
That song, it's funny. There's a song that
they chopped it differently though, but I can respect it.
There's a song that I have on my Lottery album, and it's called Pedestal. And there's this right before the chorus. I can't even hear the song now because I'm hearing all these other great songs. There's this melody that I hit right before the chorus, and I think I took it from that Kelly Clarkson song. Where the melody is. How does the verse go?
And it goes shh. And I want you to know.
It was like, mine is like.
What is that song called? I forget. I gotta find it.
It doesn't matter. It's like.
Want you to know. Want you to know. Or something. Yeah.
My song is like it's
Already Gone.
Was that
Already Gone?
already going. Yeah.
That's the word. That's
my melody right before the chorus is like, and I'm a heart, and it goes into the chorus. I'm like, oh, for the longest time, I'm like, where did I get that? And then I heard her song.
Remember all the things we wanted.
Yeah.
Now memories they're haunted. We were always meant to say goodbye.
Great song.
Even with our fists tied, yeah. Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my song. Yeah, I love Kelly. Like, oh my God.
She's bad. I saw her
live. Show is dope.
Yeah. I saw her live a few years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago. And I'm like, wow, she sounds like that live. You know, I was
amazing. Like when she was on her show singing, she sounds the same. She starts singing Black Velvet in a little.
I always wanted her to do what's a song? You remember that group Heart from the 80s? There were two sisters.
She did do that song, I think. What is it called?
Dang it. Hold on. I gotta
Google.
I know
what it is. I know what the name of it is. I know what you're talking about. Nancy and Ann Hart. That's their names.
Yep. What are their songs? Not If Looks Could Kill. What About Love? That'd be a good one, but no.
Yeah, she did that song. She did do that. I swear she did.
Oh, Alone is the one that
Yes, Alone. She did that too, I think.
She did.
Yeah.
I used to hear when I would be like, yo,
she did that. I definitely think she did. I could be wrong, but she did it on her show. Like she does something called karaoke, and like it's so funny. So the song that we were just doing, Cake in Ocean. So before the show started, her backup singer, I forgot her name, but anyway, they pointed at me and I said, okay. So we opened up the show.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
And almost tripped and fell. That was so funny. I was like, oh
man. Well, I mean, that's understandable. A lot of people will be that way. She
was funny though. I was like, oh my God. So we was doing Cake by the Ocean. I was like, I know that song. Yeah. And then it was like, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't expecting y'all to do that, but okay. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, Kelly show is good. I like it. So this question I ask everybody because I want to know top female and male vocals of all time.
Ooh. It doesn't have to be. I'll go with the female first, and I gotta say, just because the power behind her voice, Aretha Franklin, like, she carried on for years and years with that voice. Not to mention, she's also performs on one of my favorite songs of all time with George Michael. I knew you were waiting. I knew you were waiting for me. I don't know. I gotta find the video. There's a video of me and Nikki doing that song. It was the first time I ever sang with Nikki, and when she hit it, the crowd was just like, ah!
I have a surprise, but I can't. She'll tell you about it.
Nikki will.
She'll tell you. I don't.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll see her tomorrow. So I'll see her tomorrow. So that's to me, if I had to pick one, that's who it would be for the females. Males, vocalists. God, there's it's a ton. I mean, I gotta say Stevie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Stevie because he's just, his range is incredible. Yeah,
and he did another good version too. George Michael and Mary J. Blige. That was a dope.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. No.
That was that. I remember being up here the year I moved up here was 98, and hearing George Michael on the Hot 97 up here. But it was because he was doing that song with Mary J. Blige. And I was like, whoa. And it was a big deal that there was a white artist, being played.
But he always paid respect to the music. That's one thing that I can say about him. And also David Bowie David Bowie was the one who he put MTV on blast for how they would never play black music. He was like, why is it that you only play certain people? Don't you think there's a problem? And the interviewer was just like, well, you know, it's because he was just like, I don't want to hear this mess.
Like,
and so David Bowie, like, oh my God, like he was funny.
I found out an interesting fact about David Bowie watching this show I was just telling you about on Netflix. 90% of his records are his first take one time through the song. And they were like, such an interesting take on him doing that, because it wasn't like he was recording, it was like he was performing, and they let him go. And there were bad notes and whatnot, but the feeling is there. Same with like when Boyz II Men did End of the Road, when Juan is like, well, I can't sleep at night without holding you tight.
He couldn't breathe anymore.
Where do I rather be? Yeah. When he does this thing where he's like breaking.
He couldn't hold his breath no more. Somebody told me.
And his voice cracked. And they were like, we gotta do it again. And Baby's like, no, that's the one. You know, that's the one, because that's the feeling. Sometimes it's not about the note.
The last part where he was like, I can't anymore. That's what when he stopped. He was saying, when we think that he was saying, I can't anymore, that didn't have nothing to do with the song. That was him. He could not go anymore. Yeah. I think Law told me that. I was like, wow, that's funny. I know that. Yeah.
It's funny because, a good producer will take things like that, like even when you're joking around, and put it somewhere in the song and make it hot. And I think like usually there's like something, sometimes after a take or whatever, I'll say something, and I'll be joking around, and next thing you know, when I get the final version of the song, it's on the song, but I'm like, all right, I'm cool. Like I have this song called FaceTime, and at the end of it, FaceTime, what do I say at the end of it? And I'm like, and then I think I kind of laugh, and I'm like, and I was acting like I was talking to the girls, and don't be recording this either, like, because we're going to
screenshots.
Yeah. And when I got the master version, I played, I was like, oh snap, he left it in there. It's kind of funny. I laugh every time I hear it because it was just meant as a joke, Sorry about my dog.
It's okay. No, my cat has made several cameos. Layla, she's always, so she's made several cameos. You can hear her singing and crying. Yeah.
Oh gosh. I try to keep this dog quiet, but she's
it's okay.
Everything.
Yeah. So collaborations, dream collaborations. Who would you want to work with?
Nowadays, alive people.
Yeah. I mean, they're dead. The other ones, they
can't do that now. Yeah. I mean, I think Bruno Mars is just the most talented.
That song is dope.
There's nothing the guy can't do. There's not a genre he can't do. There's not a genre he doesn't know. There's not a note he can't hit. There's not a song he can't write. And I think that would be my dream collaboration.
I think he wrote, if I'm not mistaken, he co-wrote F You by CeeLo. I think he
did.
Yep, he did.
Robin Thicke is another one I like.
In my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, That was my song. And then when Gwyneth Paltrow did it,
oh yeah,
that was dope. She actually has a good voice.
Gosh, she did that.
And it's funny because she did Party All the Time. Now, if I could remake
Eddie Murphy,
I would do Party All the Time.
The Eddie Murphy song?
Yeah.
My girl wants
to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
Oh man, I didn't know
Rick
that.
James.
Yeah.
Party all the time. She likes to party all the time.
Man.
Yeah.
She did that.
Yeah. She did it on Glee.
Oh.
And then another one I would for me, the Paula Abdul song.
Rush.
He's a cold-hearted snake. Listen to his eyes. Uh-oh. He's been telling lies. He's a lover boy at play.
Yeah.
Play. He don't play by rules. Uh-oh. That's a nice song to dance off of.
It is.
Yeah.
It's funny. The first time I got to see Color Me Bad live, they were opening up for Paula Abdul.
Oh my God, she's amazing.
I remember we went, so this is before we met them, before we had changed our names to Slow Motion. This is years before. And Again, my favorite group. So my best friend Billy and I went to the concert, and we had our jackets stuffed with demos because I don't know what we were thinking. We weren't near the stage. We were thinking maybe we were going to throw them on the stage. Who knows? But I remember right before the show started, we're like walking around like it was an outdoor, like an amphitheater, an outdoor theater, and this guy's, we're kind of standing next to this guy who's kind of dressed like Color Me Bad, and we're like, look at this guy, like we're fans, but this guy's taking it a little bit too far. He's dressed just like
wow.
We start watching the show, and they're doing their show, and Mark's like, they bring out their dancers, and he's like, everybody, this is my little brother Ernie, and I'm like, yo, that's the guy that was standing right next to us. Like, we could have just been like, here's our demos, and now he's dancing on stage. That's Mark's brother from Color Me Bad. You know, I'm like,
is that the one that's married to Tamara? Great.
No, Sam. That's Sam.
Sam, yeah.
Mark was the one that looked like George Michael.
Yeah, with the 6 o'clock shadow.
Yeah. Exactly.
Him and George had like the best.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
A lot of people couldn't do that. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I got years later when I met Mark and I met Ernie, you know, and we became friends. We told them that story, and you know, they just laughed. You know, but I was like, man, I felt like such a jerk. See what happens.
I'm like Maya Moore, dream on, dream away.
That was the only Spanish that I knew for years. So a lot of times when we
who was that singing in Spanish? Was that?
It was Mark. He'd be like, chica, tú eres mi vida, la ternura y alegría, amor. Y este sueño contigo será verdad. And so that's
another guy goes, doom, 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 the girl of my dreams.
Never leave. That I need more. I love you always. That was KT. That was KT. Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Offer one. I swear.
Yeah.
The moon and the stars in the sky.
Man, I got the opportunity.
Yeah.
I got the opportunity to meet them a few years ago, and I'd say that I'd call them friends now. You know, especially Delius. Delius was the one with the big voice, like it's just the strong voice. And when
I can love you like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I will say this about Delius. Delius is funny, and I
remember his voice.
He is quick and witty, and will talk smack in a second. Like I love it. Like, you know, he's just funny. He's real. I love him. I'm hoping he told me to hit him up when I'm in Virginia Beach this weekend. So I'm actually hoping to get to hang out with him for a little bit this week. So so I've been really blessed to meet a lot of the groups and idols that I've looked up to in this musical journey, and I look forward to having more. Thank you very much, Lena Davis.
Another person that I could see, it came to me, not to cut you off, it came to me. Shadow dancing.
Is that a
light taking me through the night, shadow dancing, baby, you do it right. Give me more, drive me across the floor, shadow dancing. That's
the Bee Gees.
Andy's brother, the youngest brother.
Okay, there was another song someone sent me.
I just want to be your everything.
Yeah.
And I think Nick Carter did that song on ABC.
Oh, did he really?
Sounded good to me. And that's what put me on to that.
Oh man, yes. Somebody, a friend of mine in Laws actually sent me that a few months ago. He's like, bro, I think you should do this song because I love the Bee Gees. Like, I just started again. Look, let's check it out. I just started learning. My favorite song ever of all time is "How Deep Is Your Love." So I was like,
yes,
I gotta learn that. So I started learning it a few days ago. It's like, how's it go? Hold on. I'm trying to think of how. I feel you touch me in the
morning
rain, and the moment that you wonder far as I go far from me. I wanna feel you in my arms again. And then it goes here, and you come to me summer breeze. When your love, then you softly leave. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? I really need to know how it's all breaking us down when there was not let us be.
I forgot the words.
We belong to you and me. Yeah, such a beautiful.
Another song, it's so funny, but Grease. You know, Barry wrote that, but he didn't want to do it because it sounded too disco. So he let Frankie Valli do it.
Oh, Grease.
I love Frankie Valli. Like when he did the one song, begging you, put your loving hands out, baby.
He's got one of those voices that just, again,
big girls don't cry, big girl, they don't cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he in the Four Seasons or the Four?
He was in the the Four Seasons.
The Four Seasons, yeah, because they had a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's you know, there's a lot of great stuff out there, and I'm just having fun learning some of my favorite songs.
And they did the one song from Walk Like a Man, Talk Like a Man, Walk Like a Man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right there. They're going on tour, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen it on Ticketmaster. I was like, ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, they're going on. And so is this another one I could see you doing.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Arthur's theme.
Christopher Cross.
It's true.
Them
bring it up into the heart of
City. The best that
you can do.
Yeah.
Yes. And then sailing away. Yeah. And then
that's a great song.
Ride like the wind.
So you all these last three songs. Yeah, Run Like the Wind. That was all the same guy. Yeah. Run like the wind.
That's Christopher. No, that's
Christopher Cross.
That's Michael McDonald. That's him in the back.
So actually, Christopher Cross helped Michael McDonald break through the radio. No, I'm sorry. It was vice versa. Michael McDonald helped Christopher Cross break through the radio.
He did, yeah.
But those songs, it's funny that you're talking about those songs right now because tomorrow is the start of what I consider yacht rock season, which is my favorite singing season of the year. Yacht rock is a collection of music from the 70s and 80s that they're like soft rock songs, but they're like those Christopher Cross. There's, Michael McDonald's.
Eagles. I love the Eagles.
The Eagles are on my yacht rock list. I have a top 100.
I can't tell you why. Yeah, sorry.
I love the Eagles. I didn't realize that I liked the Eagles until they did a live show back in the 90s. And I was like, wait, they sing that song? Oh, wait, they sing that song?
Yeah, they did a lot of
that song too. And that song too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love the Eagles. And I'm a huge fan. But I have if you follow me on Spotify, I have a top 150 yacht rock songs. I like to consider myself the guru of yacht rock songs. If it's not on my list, it's not yacht rock.
And Journey, that's my group too.
Journey, oh man, I love Journey. Actually, Journey was the first song that I learned how to play on the piano. Let's see.
What was it? Don't stop. Oh, what's that song?
Yeah.
God, I forget.
That Open Arms.
Open Arms. And the other song that this is Prince's song, Purple Rain.
Oh,
it's the same. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. And then I like Bon Jovi. Yeah. Tommy used to work on the dock. Union's been on strike. He's down on his luck. It's tough. Ooh.
What I do with that song is my live shows. When I know it's going to be a hype crowd, I'll have the DJ play that, and we'll do the we're halfway there. We drop the music, and then we hold the mic to the crowd. We hold the mic to the crowd and let them just rip it on that part. The crowd loves it. It goes off every time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Bon Jovi.
Yeah, they made a lot of good songs. Like, and then another one was I like NXS.
Oh, dun, dun, dun,
I need you tonight.
Dun. I always thought that would be a hot
song.
That'd be a hot song to sample.
Nice song.
I always felt like that would be such a great song to sample that guitar riff.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, dun, dun, dun.
And another one is good is Nirvana.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smells like Teen.
What was the other one? Oh, Mad World by Tears for Fears.
Oh, I don't know if I know.
That is a nice one. Mad World. They did Everybody Wants to Rule the World, and they did
I remember Tears for Fears.
Shout, let it all out. Yeah.
These are
the things I can do without talking to you. And then I like the other one, Head Over Heels.
Yeah.
La 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 la. La 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 la. They always had the good songs though, and then the one group, You Can Dance If You Want to.
Wayne Chung, right?
No. That was Men Without Hats.
Well, okay, because
I think
your friends don't dance,
and then
don't dance.
One,
No friends of mine.
Yeah. 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9. It was on all the commercials and stuff.
Tommy Two-Tone. Tommy Two-Tone sang that. 8, 6,
I got it. I
got your number on the wall.
That was scary. I remember people used to call that number too. Somebody actually had that number. I said, wow, I would not want to be that person.
No, that was.
And then what's the other guy from Australia? Rick Springfield.
Now? Who?
Not Rick Springfield, but no. From
Australia.
He made a song about a girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
Oh, Rick Springfield.
Yeah, that was Rick Spring. No.
Yeah, Jesse's girl is Rick Springfield. I wish.
Okay, I was thinking of somebody else. Yeah. And then Depeche Mode, that was my group. People are people, so why should it be?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I Just Can't Get Enough. I didn't know that was them. I'd be singing that song, and I was like, that's from Old Navy or Gap. And you have those commercials with the people singing, and I was just like, they need to bring those back. They were so fun. And then they was like, they call me Mellow Yellow. I'm just mad about saffron. Saffron's mad about me.
Yeah.
All the songs that were probably cheesy to people, but people knew them.
Right.
And then what was the other? Oh, she's a maniac.
What's his name? Dan Tambino? Michael Tambelli or Timbal
or something. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then the one song. Do 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 do. I had the time of my life.
Oh, yeah.
That song is not. I can't listen to that song too much because he passed away. Well, not him. That son, but
Patrick
Swayze.
Yeah. I was just because his song. She's Like the Wind.
Yeah.
That was the very second song I ever recorded at one of those amusement parks. That was that one I did a really bad recording of that.
Yeah. That song was and then the other song that was good that was like, what is it called? I Love the Nightlife. I got to
all of this going
on. Her name was Alicia something, and she's from Georgia, I think.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I forgot about that song. It's a nice
song. That was my song. And then the one by Taste of Honey, my song right here.
What's that?
If you think that you're too good to boogie, boy, oh boy, have I got news for you. Get down, boogie, oogie, oogie, get down, boogie, oogie, oogie, get on up on the floor, 'cause we gonna boogie, oogie, oogie, to the road.
Yeah.
That was the song right there. And they had another one too. It's all because of you. Remember Slick Rick took it. Slick Rick took it on his arm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
That was That
I
was
really have to open up that mix, that 70s, 80s mix tonight. Dang.
I'll have to listen to that. Yes.
Yeah. There was some good music in the 70s.
I know it was. And then Donna Summers.
Yep.
Yes.
She was hard for money.
That was 80s. So hard.
She had
Sad girl. Talking about the sad girl.
But there was another one she had too. She had a lot of hits.
On the radio. Wow.
On the radio. Yeah, you're really good at pulling songs out of your head, because it takes me, because I have to like think like, okay, how's it go? Yeah. I have the other songs in my head.
That one song. Ooh, love to love you, baby.
Yeah.
That song.
Yeah. She had a nice ballad, and I can't remember what it is right now.
Was it MacArthur's? Was it from MacArthur's? I forgot.
Dang, I can't remember it right now, but yeah, Donna
Ross had a good song. I love like a couple of hers, Muscles. Okay. You know, Luther Vandross and Michael Jackson was singing in the background of that.
Really? No, I did not know that.
I believe so. I think.
Wow.
And then Centipede, I think. No, Gwen Guthrie, the late Gwen Guthrie. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing wrong with the rent.
Yeah.
She was singing in the background of the one Centipede.
Oh wow.
Yep. And then
to have that kind of clout. Be like, hey, can you sing
I don't know. That's what's up. And then the other one was the Diana did. Do you know where you want to go? Do you like that song? Is true. That is a true song. Because a lot of people don't know where they're going.
No, I know I don't.
Yeah. No, I mean, no, it's true in terms of like people don't know. Yeah. And then what's the other one she did?
Missing you. Tell me.
No, not that one. No,
not that.
No, she did sing that.
The road turns.
Oh, stop. Look. Listen to your heart. What's going on? Stop.
Yeah.
Look. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another. And then another one she did. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can.
The Beyonce of the 70s.
I know. No, what was the other one? And then Set Me Free.
Set me free.
Let me free. Why don't you, babe? Kim Wilde did that too.
Who?
The girl that sang, "We're the kids of America." Whoa, we're the kids of America.
I think Kylie Minogue did that one though too. The other one.
Really?
Not.
I love Kylie
Minogue. Maybe it was them. Maybe she not. I thought she did. Maybe she
was
did.
Kim Wilde.
That was Kim Wilde.
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue redid it.
And Blondie, I like Blondie too.
Oh yeah. I was my Blondie impression is.
Yeah.
What's that? It's hard.
Oh, Heart of Glass. Yeah.
But it's bad when she gets that. I was like, oh yeah.
And then another one was Tide is high, but I'm not
moving on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be.
She was the Gwen Stefani of the 80s.
Yeah,
she had some sky stuff going on a little bit. I'm not the kind of girl. Call me.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a great hook.
Blondie, that was I like Blondie, and then I like Gwen Stefani too. But no, it's funny because
Blondie's credited with being the first white person to rap.
That Fried Freddy, tell me everything was bad. Yeah, rap shit.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they really do credit her that. All right.
Yeah.
So
and then what was the other one from the 80s? Abra, cadabra. I wanna reach out and grab you.
Yeah.
I get up. I heat up.
That's another song.
No, wasn't that by
I can't.
No, who was that by?
Something project. It was the something project, I think. Was it Steve Miller Band? Was it Steve
Miller Band? Yeah. No, but my group was.
Sorry. Hold on 1 second. Okay, you can take her. Oh, you don't have to wait for me. It's okay. I'm gonna take the dog to the dog park.
Aw, be careful.
Yeah.
Well, no, the one song was Pink Floyd.
The Wall.
We don't need no education.
That melody scares me. It just always
is kind of eerie. It's kind of like
when I was a kid, I'd be like, turn it off.
Subliminal message type stuff. Yeah.
That one used to freak me out as a kid. And if I could save time in a bottle.
And then the other one.
That would freak me out.
Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. Let your spirit carry me. I wanna fly. And then what's his name? Still remade that, and it was dope too for the Space Jam CD.
Which one?
He did Fly Like an Eagle.
For the Space Jam CD? I didn't know that.
For the first one, the original, not the
I didn't know that.
First one. Yeah, it was good. It was that whole soundtrack was dope.
Oh wait, Seal did it, right?
Seal, yep.
Yeah, that's right. He did. That's right. I remember that.
And then Kiss from a Rose. That might be a good one. Yeah.
That one, I think
you said what?
I think Billy would sound good on that because Billy's got a husky voice and he would sound good on that.
But did you know he didn't sing when he was on the show?
Oh yeah, well he's not singing much.
I know he said
but he's still got it in him. I've had him on a few shows that I've done online, and like I do this online wine and karaoke things. Every
okay, I think I've seen that. Yes, I'm gonna have to catch that.
If you're gonna catch one, catch the one this Wednesday because this will be the last one we do for a few months. But it's our Disney version, and I got something special lined up for this one.
Let it go. Let it go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. This is gonna be a fun one.
That's what's up. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
No, that's so. Where can we find you at?
RogerOrtega.com. It's got links to all my social media. I'm mostly active on Instagram and my personal Facebook page. So I just, I let people just friend me there because I have an artist page, but I don't really use it as much because most people have just become my friends over the years. So Facebook, Instagram, R&B pop writer. It's spelled funny. So if you go to RogerOrtega.com, you'll find everything there. But September 18th, like I said, I've got a show in Rutherford, New Jersey. It's going to be, we're finalizing the lineup, but right now it's going to be me and my boy, one of my producers, Edson Sean, who's an amazing talent. But it's also going to be Nitty Green of the group Riff.
Mm-hmm.
And it quite possibly Riff might actually be on the show. Just depends on if they can all
get that song by Chicago.
Inspiration.
Yes.
So I went and saw them Riff last weekend.
Yeah.
And they did that song. They did a performance and they were really good. So, but Nitty, one of the founding members and lead singer of the group is just phenomenal. So I'm looking forward.
Yes. He was my guest. He was a special guest on here before. Yes.
He was? Oh, Nitty's my boy. Nitty's my boy.
Yes.
He came up to me after the show. He's like, we got to do some shows together. I'm like, yeah, we do. I said, funny you asked because I'm here to talk to you about September 18th. So he's going to do the show September 18th here in Rutherford.
That's good.
It'll be cool. Tickets are going to go on sale July 9th. And we're going to have a VIP package where people can come a little bit early and we'll do a champagne toast, do a little meet and drink. It'll be a meet and drink. And then I'm actually going to sit down at the piano and I I've never played live in front of anybody before. I've only practiced here in my house. So, but for the VIP audience, people that come to the VIP are people that they really love me and I really love them. So I don't mind if I mess up a little bit in front of them. I won't be as embarrassed in front of strangers, you know. But so I'll be playing a few songs on the piano for those in the VIP before the show starts, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. September 18th. So I hope things work out and you can come up. That would be great.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my schedule. I'm gonna try.
I hear you.
I'm more than likely, because let's see, September. I'm trying to think.
You said your mom's birthday is the 17th.
Mom's birthday is 17th. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I didn't forget, Miss Cooper. I didn't forget. I hope to be releasing a new single in August.
Okay.
Produced and written by these producers in Canada called the Reza Brothers, or 80 Empire.
80 Empire, they were on my show too.
Yeah, those are my boys. I love their energy.
Yes. They just came out with a new track. Like,
yeah.
I gotta put it on I gotta promote it. Yeah.
So yes. I've got that song coming with them. I'm just waiting on them to get it mixed, and then I'll probably set it for late August. I wanted to do it now and drop it for the summer, but now, you know, things didn't work out. So we're going to postpone it. And I'm thinking it'd be great to have, so I can promote it, you know, the rest of the year. But it's called Girl, I Like It. It's got a nice modern 90s vibe. They wrote the song for me. And I think I changed a couple lyrics or whatever, but it was dope what they wrote. I sent them a song that I wrote a few weeks ago. And I just sent them the chords, and I was like, if you guys can put the track together for me, let's just make it a strong ballad. And I can't wait till they send me the track. I actually messaged them yesterday, and I was like, I felt bad. I said a video. I was like, guys, I'm sorry. I was like, I just want to change one chord. And I was like, instead of playing, can we play this? You know? And so I can't wait to hear what they got from me. But I've got a lot.
No, it'll sound good though.
Yeah, I know anything they do. I'm proud of every single thing they've given me. They got about 3 or 4 songs on my Lottery album, and I can't wait to get a couple more songs with them. I am actually working on a new album, but it won't be out for a while. I just want to get everything. What happens is I get my album date and I put it out. And then 2 weeks before the album was released, I'm still like trying to get things lined up. So this time I'm like, no. I'm going to record these songs and have everything ready to go. So when I say, guys, here we go, then Katrina, my manager, won't be mad at me because she can have everything she needs when she needs it.
Shout out to Katrina.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year.
It will. It'll be a great year. Yes, it will.
Yeah, so.
Well, thank you. And we will have you again. Yes, you can come back. Yes. And maybe this time you and Billy will do a song.
We just might.
Or Nikki, hey.
Hey, that too. Yeah. I'll talk to Nikki. I have to talk to Nikki about her surprise or your surprise.
You can't say it on air. You can't say it
on air. I'm gonna talk to her tomorrow.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. And my next special guest is Kat Ostromova.
Ooh, Kat.
On Monday at 6:30. She is a fitness model and an athlete.
Yep. And coach.
Life coach.
Yeah.
And fitness online coach. Yep.
I love this relationship that I have with all these people in my camp. You know, Katrina's got us all like
Nitty, Law.
We're a family. 80 Empire, you name it.
Yes, that is good. And then, it's some more people that's coming on too, but I don't want to tell the
right.
Try to keep it a surprise. But thank you everybody for tuning in, and y'all have a great night. Hold on, because I'm gonna tell you after. So, Thank you everybody, and you have a great one. And be safe. Wear a mask. Yes. Thank you. Bye. Hold on.